Hey people, I'm ZSH Plays. Welcome back to Building Jurassic Park. In this episode we're going to be adding the Jungle River Ride and the Sauropod Swamp, which means 4 new dinosaurs. However, ironically, due to a catastrophic systems failure, all the speed build footage for this episode was corrupted. So I'm going to be taking you straight to the finished park and showing you around. So this here is the area where the Jungle River Ride is going to go in. This is where the Dilophosaurs live, along with, in the book, Microceratops, which is now known as Microceratops. There's no equivalent to that in the game, so we'll be sticking with the Dilophosaurus for now. I roughed out this area back in episode 1. You can see the river here. This is what we need to fix first. So in the book, the river is below the road, so the guests look down and see the Dilophosaurs down there. When you add water into Jurassic World Evolution, it seems to raise the terrain a bit, so that is going to get lowered so that it matches what is described in the book. And then at the end of the river, I'll use a building to simulate the Jungle River Ride, which wasn't operational in the book or the film, because they discovered that the Dilophosaurs could spit venom, which obviously made riding a little boat right next to them not the safest idea. Good luck getting that one past health and safety. And then it's also important that from the road there's a view directly across the Jungle River to what you can see in the background here, the Sauropod Swamp, which is what we will get onto a bit later. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode due to the lack of speed build, so I'm sorry about that. The employee responsible has been eaten. Next week we will be back to normal. I'll make sure that the recording actually works this time. Also, with the new update coming out next week, the Jurassic Park era aviary has been added into sandbox mode, which is perfect timing because we're going to be building Pterosaur Peak next week. Let's take a look at the finished Jungle River Ride. This is the second habitat that the guests come to on the Jeep tour. Away to their left they have the river with the Dilophosaurus, and then to their right is a cliff with a restaurant on it, complete with Michelin starred chef. That restaurant isn't actually open in the book. I think it's one of the things that they're going to launch the park without. So I'm in two minds as to whether to build that or not, because we do have restaurants in the game and you can customize them so they should fit in nicely. So let me know in the comments what you think. Should I build the restaurant or should I leave that area blank as it was in the book? So you can see into the habitat now. This is the view from the road, and you can see the sauropods in the background as well, which is one of the features that I really wanted to capture. The Dilophosaurs in Jurassic Park are actually described as yellow rather than the really dark green that they are in the film. So that is what I've gone for here. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Using sand again on the banks of the river. There's 2 Dilophosaurs in here, which is the number that there was in Jurassic Park. There's one of them now, and yeah, I think it's really effective. I've unlocked a load more of the genes, colours, patterns, etc. since the last episode. I think I've got pretty much all of them now, which is great because it enables me to make the dinosaurs as close to Michael Crichton's vision as possible. And I also discovered something rereading the book that was really interesting in regards to the Hypsilophodont Highlands, which we'll take a look at right at the end of the episode. The dinosaur models and animations in this game are so good. It's such a pleasure to watch. I know they're movie accurate rather than scientifically accurate using the latest findings, etc. But they are a lot of fun to watch. There's one more thing to look at in the Jungle River Ride. This is the entrance to the Jungle River Ride, again incomplete in the book, so I've used one of the amenities buildings to simulate that and sort of hidden it away. Let's move on and take a look at Sauropod Swamp now. So this is the area of the park where we're going to build Sauropod Swamp. It's pretty nicely landscaped already on the basic map, but I will improve it. The dinosaurs here in the book are Apatosaurus, a non-specified species of Hadrosaur, and Maiasaurus. In the film they changed it to Brachiosaurs and Parasarolophous, so I'll be using Apatosaur, Parasarolophous and the Maiasaur. So let's take a look at the finished Sauropod Swamp. I've done a lot of landscaping, terrain, shaping, painting, planting, etc. to make it look as natural as possible, and the dinosaurs just look amazing in here. I can see why they switched the Apatosaurs for Brachiosaurus in the film, to be honest. I think it's a more impressive dinosaur. But the thing with Jurassic Park is you can't just order a dinosaur. It's not like a zoo. So they're digging up amber from all over the world, extracting the DNA and synthesizing and incubating whatever they find. So it's not like they can decide exactly what dinosaurs they're going to get. But I do like these Apatosaurs, and I'm very happy with how this whole paddock has turned out. I love this view here, looking through the Dilophosaurus enclosure with the Apatosaurs in the background. We've got the Parasarolophous, who are really cool. Great animation on these guys in the game. And then we also have the Maiasaurus, which aren't featured in the film. They're a really important dinosaur. They were the first dinosaurs that were discovered with nesting sites and the bones of lots of adults surrounding the nests, which suggested that they stuck around to care for their young. Probably we'll never know for absolutely certain whether that was the case or not, but that really helped to change people's opinions of dinosaurs and led to the dinosaur renaissance in the 70s, which is one of the things that caused Michael Crichton to write Jurassic Park. So thanks to the Maiasaurs, it's probably the reason that we have this whole franchise. Now, I mentioned earlier that I found something interesting when I was rereading the book the other day. Despite it being called Hypsilophodont Highlands and the computers in the park just referring to them as Hypsilophodons, it is actually specified really late on in the novel that it is a Dryosaur that they're talking about. So I actually picked the right dinosaur, it turns out. They're also described as being dark green with brown markings, and having unlocked all the genes in the game, I've remade the Dryosaur so they are exactly as described in the book. So that's everything that we have today. Thank you as always for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed it so you can see the next one. Next time we are potentially going to be building the restaurant, depending on what you guys think, and we're going to be adding Pterosaur Peak. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.